All right, so here we are. Welcome to day three. I'm so excited and I'm so grateful for all of you who are showing up. If you are showing up here online, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you're watching the live, if you're watching the recording, of course, as well, thank you so much for being here. This is Envision Plan and Sell Out Your Retreat in 2025, a three-day challenge to design a profitable retreat that aligns with your business vision and attract your dream clients. And so today I wanted to share how did I market my retreats before 2020, and also how do I market and teach my clients to market their retreats now in 2025. So let's go, and I'm going to share with you things that I did before 2020 to market and sell my retreats, because these are things that, of course, I would say these days they can also work, but then we're going to dive into what I think works much better. One of my sold out retreats was marketed solely with a PDF brochure. This is something that I think in 2025, if you have a nurture community and people already know, like, and trust you, yes, it could be possible. You could create a PDF brochure with the information and your retreat can sell. But if you are marketing to people who never had a contact with you and they don't know you, sharing a PDF brochure might not be the thing that gives that professional feeling. This is something that before 2020, people didn't care. People didn't care, or many people didn't care if your retreat was published on a website or if it was a brochure. I think people were a little bit less picky about that. Another thing that I used a lot in the past was retreat websites. I still do use these retreat websites. When I'm talking about retreat websites, I'm talking about book retreats, book yoga retreats, We Love Transformational Travel, all of these places where you put your retreat and they sell your retreat for you, they market your retreat for you. And then when someone buys, you're going to get a commission. This is something that I would recommend if when you are calculating for the pricing of your retreat, you can also consider that cost that is going to be a cut. So if you consider that, why not? If there is someone that is going to be marketing for you, that is great. But a couple of things I want to say about that. One of them is do not rely solely on that. So go for that, but also do your own marketing and look for other ways to market your retreat as well. Don't rely only on these pages. And then the second thing that I want to say about this retreat website is that yes, easy to put it out there and let them spread the voice. But the reality is that there are thousands of other retreat leaders out there. Finally, the third thing that I want to share with you that I also I've been using in the past. Some of them I also use in the right now, marketing my upcoming bootcamp, flyers, blogs, and social media. I feel that before 2020, people were more prompt to read long pieces of content. Social media was very different. These days, I think things are happening very fast. And if you go to Instagram or you go to TikTok or whatever place online that you go, if it's a social media, you notice that. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like everything is happening so fast, so quick. So what are the things that work right now in 2025? What I like you to think is in here, we are talking a lot about the container or the way we were communicating. But what I want you to do in 2025 is to go to what's really important, to the root of what's really important. And because there is all of this noise everywhere, if you are marketing your retreat online, there are more and more and more distractions. The most important thing, the foundation of everything, is to have a crystal clear messaging. This is something that I noticed that whenever I follow someone and whenever I notice that this person is saying something and it makes me think a little bit too much or it confuses me a little bit, and you can notice that probably on yourself, it's like we tend to let go of that. It's like if you are navigating online, social media, if you're navigating Instagram, and you're gonna see some message that is confusing. In marketing, there is this saying that says a confused person, it's a lost customer, something along those lines. I don't know exactly the words, but it's something like that. So in 2025, when there are so much noise online, it is critical to be very crystal clear, sorry, on who you are as a retreat facilitator, what's the work that you do, who do you do this work for, and what transformation you are helping these people. I would say for a moment, forget about the container, so to speak. Forget about the brochure. Forget about whether this is on a website, on a PDF, on social media. Focus instead of really working on your messaging. Make it really clear so that people know what you are about. Second thing that I've noticed in 2025, and this is something that I have been experimenting since the last year, in 2024, I did a lot of partnerships and collaborations with industry colleagues, and that really, really helped me to reach more people that I wouldn't have reached otherwise, but also attending in-person events. Last year in October, I, I shared that yesterday in one of the events that I attended. It was a networking event for retreat leaders and retreat brands, and it was incredible. And I got connections. I even got clients from that event that I still working up to this day. So doing collaborations with people in your industry and and being a strategic, doing them online, this can help you really bring your retreat and bring the work that you do to the eyes of so many people that wouldn't find you otherwise. What is very important here, and notice how did I choose to put in the previous slide, I say, be crystal clear in your message. Once you're crystal clear in your message, I keep saying crystal clear, once you are crystal clear in your message, then it's going to be easier for you to understand what are those strategic collaborations in the industry. Your colleagues, other holistic practitioners, other yoga teachers, other facilitators, they may have a similar audience to the audience that you are working with or people in your niche, and there is no, probably they are not competing with each other because they don't have the retreat that you are offering. They might not even have a retreat. So this is super important. These partnerships will, and this networking will also allow you to appear in podcasts, to appear in summits. People in the industry are a great ally for you. Don't see them as competitors. They can be your great allies to promote your retreat. What is the other thing that worked in 2025? It's to have a clear, a timeless, proven framework and brands foundations. This is something that I talked a little bit about yesterday, and I will talk a little bit about later on today. I think it's time to ditch the idea of throwing spaghetti on the wall and just try this thing, try that thing. But at the end of the day, it is important also to look at what's been working before, what's been always working, and to have that framework so that you can really build those strong foundations for your business. I'll share a little bit more about this later on, but today I also want to share with you 3 ways of selling retreats that work for me and my clients, while it's really important note, while making sure we have established the solid and clear brand and business foundations. So once we have a very clear message, once we know who we are talking to, what's the transformation we provide, who are those colleagues in the industry that are really great matches for us, really great matches for us to do partnerships. Now it's time to see what are those ways in which we can leverage that for selling our retreats. One of them, as I mentioned this before, it's online and in-person communities, networks, events, Facebook groups. This I'm gonna share with you. I made it an habit on my weekly basis to take a half an hour or 1 hour during the week and really go through Facebook groups and communities that I am part of and try to provide some guidance to people that are there, retreat leaders, aspiring retreat leaders. Just take half an hour, 1 hour of my week, and I get to do connections with people that down the road, some of them become clients. They might come and do a strategy session with me, come for mentorship, or even join my retreats. Number two, what I want to share with you, it's direct invitation. And this is all about doing phone calls, doing in-person conversations and DMs. And I know this can be a little bit of intimidating for people to say, oh my God, I am gonna reach someone and tell them about my retreat. They're gonna feel like I'm trying to sell them. I'm gonna feel like that person that was in the past, like kind of knocking door to door, trying to sell something. But actually, there is a mindset change that we need to do here. Of course, if someone that you don't know at all and just come and follows you and you don't know anything about that person and that person knows nothing about you, I wouldn't recommend to pitch them with your retreat right away. But if you know someone and this person shows some interest in something that you have posted, something that you have shared online, maybe you don't know that person, but maybe you can start a conversation. And I can tell you that starting conversations like this, I have also find clients that have worked with me. They knew me from online. We never met in person. We started a conversation. And after the conversation, I saw that this person really could benefit from the service that I had. And I asked them, may I share this link with you so you can have a look? And most of the times, or many times, people are going to say, yes, please. And this is something that I encourage you to do as well. When you have people that have shown some interest, start a conversation with them and see what happens, because this is another way to invite people to your retreat. Finally, networking and affiliates with professionals in the industry. This is something that I've shared before, and this is something that works really well. Look for those strategic collaboration of colleagues, people that work with people that are similar than the work that you do, people that work with the same needs that you do or very similar. Those could be great professionals. Sometimes some might say, I do this for free. You have a retreat, you ask them if they can promote based on a commission or something, and many of them are going to say, I promote your retreat for free, no problem, give me the information, I'll give it away. But you can come up and say, hey, if you promote my retreat in your community, I'm happy to give you a little cut, a percentage. So that's something that you could be doing right now as well in terms of marketing and selling your retreat. All right, my friend, what's next? Today, I want to share with you my invitation. Of course, if you have been in this challenge, you know that I've been talking about this over the last few days. I am going to share with you my upcoming business bootcamp, which many of you already are familiar with. I call it a retreat, but it's actually a bootcamp, and it's for yoga and wellness entrepreneurs, yoga and wellness practitioners who are building the brand, building the business, and want to have an epic adventure in Thailand. This is for you to gain confidence, clarity, so that you can thrive in your business journey. This is going to happen in one wonderful place that I used to work there as retreat coordinator. I've run my first retreats there. It's called Samahita Retreat. And this bootcamp, it's going to be all about building the solid foundations of your business. What we're going to be focusing on is in what I call my Solid framework. And this framework is the framework that I shared with you yesterday, which I call it this way because this is how I work with this method. It's all about at the beginning, on the first day, on day one, we're going to be working on setting the stage. This is all about establishing those clear business foundations, the direction, the brand foundations, and the core messaging. This is all what we're going to be diving in on day one. On day two, it's about niching. It's about identifying who is your target and being very, very precise on how to convey the message. Number three, day three, it's all about leveraging your community, building, nurturing, and connecting with the community online or in person. Number four, we're going to talk about designing your offers. And this is going to be for yoga and holistic practitioners. We're gonna be talking about offers in general, but then because this is gonna be a small retreat, we can go case by case. What are the different offerings, options that can work for your business model? And of course, we're gonna be touching also on retreats. Day 5, we dive into ignite your voice. This is all about amplifying your message and showing up to inspire people. And the last day, it's all about turning your offers into sales. So being very confident and finding that confidence to sell, and also finding those strategies that will help you. These are some of the reviews for people that have been working with me. Some of them have been in my retreats, like this person on the top. They say, I met Manu in Thailand. I'm very glad of this job. Really easy to communicate with. Keep plan and organize everything perfectly. I do have also retreat leaders and retreat brands that, with my support, have been filling their retreats, and also yoga and holistic practitioners that have worked with me. We have been working in all of the brand foundations so that they can market and sell with more ease. Business and marketing, and they came to me for support with my mentorship programs. And also some of them are people, yoga teachers and no yoga teachers, retreat leaders, and no, who came to my retreats in the past or that I have been supporting.